I'm too old for this shit. Hi. So earlier today, um, they came out with news that Mel Gibson is in talk to direct Legal Weapon 5, and I know that everybody will be talking about and doing reaction and reviewing the second trailer. I believe is to Spider-Man No Way Home. But for me, in my personal opinion, I'm more excited to talk about the news because I love the Lego Weapon franchise. I grew up with the Lego Weapon franchise. Uh, I love the character of Red and Murtaugh. Um, so uh, I'm gonna read you the article, and then I'm gonna tell you some of my. Then I'm gonna give you my reaction to it. And then I'll give you my thought briefly on the Lethal Weapon franchise. Then I'm gonna tell you some of my some of my childhood radio movie that I watched as a kid. Okay, so um um so it says here Mel Gibson is in talk to direct Lethal Weapon 5. Mel Gibson said he will direct new Lethal Weapon sequel. Mel Gibson to direct Lethal Weapon 5. Okay, so let's take one of these article and click on it and read it. It looks like Mel Gibson is returning to the Lethal Weapon franchise and pulling double duty this time. The actor and filmmaker who starred in the first 4 films in the buddy cop series alongside Danny Glover is in talks to direct the long-getting Lethal Weapon 5. EW has confirmed Gibson 65 who would follow in the footsteps of Richard Donner, who helmed the previous installment and died in July. Donner, who was developing the screenplay, he got pretty far along with it. Gibson said that an event in London over the weekend heard the Sun. He said to me one day, "Listen, kid, if I kick the bucket, you will do it." And I said, "Shut up." He continued, "But he didn't indeed pass away. But he did ask me to do it, and that time I didn't say anything. He said to his wife and to the studio and the producer, so I will be directing the fifth one." The first Lethal Weapon movie was released by Warner Brothers in 1987 and helped boost the profit of Mel Gibson screenwriter Shane Black. Gibson played a reckless LAPD detective paired with his by-the-book partner, Bloke. The movie spawned 3 sequels and a TV adaptation which stars Clayne Crawford and Dane Wayne. Gibson's other upcoming screen projects include the John Wick prequel series, The Continental. Okay, so um, um, yeah, I'm super excited for this. Um, Now, the problem is the only thing bad about it is that when you have a sequel or a reboot that come out like 20 years later or 10, 15, 20 years later, it's bad. Okay, we can go down the line. That's the only problem I have with the Matrix Resurrection movie. I can be excited for it, but it might not live up to my expectations. Okay. Um. Okay. Um. I think Mel Gibson is a good director. He's got some good movies. Okay. Um. So let's see here. Let's see what movie he directed off the hand. 'Cause I know he directed Passion of Christ. And also he did the other one I know he did besides Passion of Christ, which I like. I know there are a bunch of people that don't like Passion of Christ, but I did. One of my favorite movies is Hacksaw Ridge, and that's another good movie he directed, and I highly recommend it. Um, okay, he did Braveheart, The Man Without a Face. Okay, um, Apocalypto came out 2006. Okay, never seen that movie. Um, but I think he'll do good. Um, so um, yeah, so I'm curious to see about the release date, if it gets delayed, and who are coming back, and, and see if I need to look up and see if all the people from the fourth movie still alive and they can still come back. That would be good. Um, um, yeah. So very rare, very rare if when you have a movie that come out when a movie come out like 10, 15, 20 years later, it's actually good. Most of the time, it's not that good or bad. So hopefully it's good. I think Mel Gibson will be a good director because I think all four of these Lethal Weapon movies are actually good. Cause every time I watch the Lethal Weapon movie, each of them I like them. Okay, um, I know there's one that stand out at the best. I don't know which one is the best, and I don't know which one is my favorite, but I like all of them. So I didn't go back and watch them and see which one is my favorite, actual favorite, even though I like all of them. Okay, one of my favorite things in the franchise is uh, hilarious, and when Danny Glover his character standing on the toilet, he looked over and he said, "Boom, you're dead," on the toilet paper. Hilarious. Okay. Um, the TV show, I got so invested in it. I even recommend my brother. He watched it, and uh, it got me back into the franchise. And what happened? Um, I canceled it. And the reason was because uh, I'm trying to see. Let me see here real quick. I'm trying. I'm trying to see the one in the TV show that got fired. Um, uh, let's see here. Okay. Crane Crawford, the one that played Murtaugh Ridge in the TV show, when he got fired, in my opinion, that's when the TV show went down. And then they brought Sean William Scott in, and the TV show got canceled. That's my personal fan theory of the TV show. If Crane Crawford and Martin Riggs would still be in the show in the third season, or when I got fired, would still be in the show, maybe the show would still been on. Okay, cause he was the highlight of the show. Okay, because you're looking at the guy that very rare want new shows. You're the guy that want. You're looking at the guy that very want new shows, mainly want old shows like Seinfeld, That 70 Show, Andy Griffith Show, Green Acre, I Love Lucy, Three Stooges, Dukes of Hazzard. You know the old show. The only time I watch new shows is for like superheroes. WandaVision, all the new superhero shows are coming out nowadays. Okay. Um, I think the last new show, semi new show that I watched from beginning to end was Community, and it was hilarious. Okay. Um, so uh, yeah. So um, yeah. So I'm super excited. I think Mel Gibson will do a good job. Um, um, so whatever year come out, whether it be 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, between those years, it will be my like top five anticipated movie of the year. Okay. Um, maybe my top three, top five, or my most anticipated movie of the year. Okay. Um, um, it- um, and to be honest, my dad never watched Legal Weapon. It was one of the movies that I watched in my childhood. But every time I would watch it, I would either watch it by myself or watching it with my brother or my cousin, Michael. Okay, and people always said with my hair look that I look like Mel Gibson from Legal Weapon. Okay, that's what people said over the years. And when I had long hair, um, um, I did over the growing up. I did watch some rated R movies. So real quick, I'm gonna tell you some of the rated R movies that I grew up watching in my childhood. Okay, you might be some of the people that couldn't watch rated R movies until you got older, and you might be some of the people that your parents might let you watch rated R movies, but they had to watch it with you. And um, so these are some of my most nostalgic rated R movies I watched when I was a kid. Some of these I watched either with my cousin or by myself or watch with my brother or watch with my dad. And I'm gonna tell you real quick, okay, before I'm done. Psycho, of course, Psycho. It's the most famous, one of the most iconic, famous Alfred Hitchcock movies. Of course, I had to watch it in my childhood. Okay. Uh, Another one is Sleepy Hollow. I remember when I was a little kid talking about this movie with my cousin and aunt, and my aunt had it on VHS tape, and then over the years as I got older, I wanted to buy it on. I went to a Half Price Burt. I bought it on DVD. Okay. Um, Cujo is another movie I watched in my childhood, and another rated R movie I watched in my childhood. I remember that growing up, my uncle always said this is like one of the most scary movies he ever seen, but it was never scary for me. When I was a kid, I didn't know uh, all about the plot and stuff, about the white sheet on the husband and stuff, and people saying that maybe God punishing her, with the baby, with her thumb getting thick and stuff, and the dog attacking her. I didn't know about that. I didn't know that it's a movie about a dog going crazy and rabies and killing people. Okay, but I liked it, and till this day, I still like it. One of my favorite horror movies. Um, another movie, another movie I watched when I was a kid. I think I might watch it with my dad and maybe my brother. It on a Schwarzenegger movie called True Lies, and one of my favorite James Cameron movie, True Lies, on a Schwarzenegger, and um, I like I like it with Jamie Lee Curtis in it. I like the bad woman in it, Cassandra. Cause also I remember her from the two Wayne War movies, and I like the end. The end we have Arnold Schwarzenegger killed a terrorist guy and shoots a missile and he blows up. So this is like an awesome Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. So I highly recommend it. Okay. So people always talk about Predator or the Terminator franchise from the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. But I'm like, well, check out True Lies. It won hit best in my opinion. And one of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Um, Another one that I grew up watching in my childhood is and also one of my favorite rated R movies from my childhood was Air Force One. And cause I remember when I was a kid, I was like, yeah, I watched quite a few Harrison Ford movies when I was a kid. I watched him as Han Solo in Star Wars, in the Indiana Jones franchise, in the trilogy, and then I remember watching him kicking butt on the airplane at the president, saying, "Get off my plane." And somewhere I still have my VHS tape. And over the years, I went to the video store, Half Price Book, and bought it on DVD. And this is through my receipt. Okay, so this is another one of my this is one of my favorite Harrison Ford movies outside of the Indiana Jones franchise and Star Wars. Okay, um, another one of my favorite rated R movies that I remember watching as a kid was the first two Halloween, and out of all the iconic slasher horror icons, like Leatherface, Chucky, Michael Myers, um, who else? Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael Myers is my favorite, and um, um, and, and every time people talk about trick or treat, Halloween, or going to a haunted house, I could think of the Halloween movie. Okay, and I did watch these when I was a kid. Okay, either watching by myself or got the as a Halloween present or watching with my brother or something. But I did watch these as a kid. These two. Okay. Um, Another one that I watched when I was a kid was Army of Darkness, and um, this is a true statement, a true story. If it wasn't for uh, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy and the Army of Darkness movie, I wouldn't be a Bruce Campbell fan because um, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy and the Army of Darkness movie, what got me to be a Bruce Campbell fan. Cause seeing Bruce Campbell in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, and also seeing Bruce Campbell in the Army of Darkness, what got me to be a Bruce Campbell fan. And then like 2 or 3 years ago, I went to the Pandemic Comic Con in Houston, and I met Bruce Campbell and I took a picture with him, and he signed the picture. Okay? Now, I did eventually went back and watched Evil Dead 2 and Evil Dead 1. But this was the first one I watched in the trilogy. Okay? And I really liked it. And technically, this one could be in my top 10 favorite horror movie, and also in my top 10 favorite comedy, because this is like a horror / comedy movie. Okay? Give me some sugar baby. Or hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. Okay? I love this one. And then my last one is this is Matrix Reloaded. I'm super excited for Matrix Resurrection. I'm more excited for Matrix Resurrection than Spider-Man No Way Home. If I had to pick one that I had to see this year, and only see one this year, in theater, and only one this year, and wait the other one to come on the streaming service or Blu-ray or DVD, I would go with Matrix Resurrection, because Matrix is another franchise that I'm super, I'm a big fan of. Matrix Reloaded is was the first Matrix movie I ever saw when I was a kid. So I didn't watch the first one before I saw Matrix Reloaded. So when I was a kid, I remember going to AMC 24 with my brother and my cousin Michael, going to see Matrix Reloaded without seeing the first one, and run around saying I'm Wolverine and I'm in the Matrix. Okay. And I believe this one is my favorite Matrix movie. I believe. I know a lot of people don't like the Matrix Reloaded and Revolution, but I like them. I like all three of them. But if I had to pick one, I would pick this one because I like the freeway or highway shape thing, fight and stuff. I just love it. Okay. So that was another movie I watched. Um, but 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 every time I watch this one or any Matrix movie in my childhood growing up, I would either watch it with my brother or my cousin Michael. But my dad never got into or watched the Matrix movie when I was a kid growing up. He would always watch the Indiana Jones or Star Wars or James Bond um, in my childhood with me. So, but okay. Now back to the Lethal Weapon 5. Some of y'all might say we don't need a Lethal Weapon 5. Um, I'm super excited for this. Um, I know. Let me tell you, I'm smart enough to know that we live in a world nowadays, a decade nowadays, where every franchise in the past get a remake, a sequel, reboot, or remake, whatever you call it. Okay. Okay. Because um, I never thought that we would get a Matrix 4. Who knows what? 2 years from now, or 5 years from now, when they might make a remake, a reboot, Back to the Future. No, Back to the Future is perfect. Leave it alone. Um, um, okay. So There were some movies that they were perfect until they either remade it or gave it a sequel, and then not perfect no more. Um, but Legal Weapon 1 to 4, I think they're all good. Okay, everybody gonna have their different opinion, which one their favorite and stuff like that. Um, if I did a top 10 favorite movie franchise, Legal Weapon would be up there. My top 10. I like the Legal Weapon franchise. Um, okay. I like Mel Gibson as a director. Um, okay. Um, so, and I'm curious to see how long it would take to come out. Uh, if any of the people from Legal Weapon 4 will come back, and when the release date, and will it be good? And don't just badmouth it until you see the movie. Just like, don't just badmouth Indiana Jones 5 if you haven't seen it yet. That's another movie I'm excited to see, and I'm curious to see Indiana Jones 5 because it's not directed by Steven Spielberg, directed by James Mangold. He did the Wolverine, he did Logan, and he did Walk the Line, which I like. Every time I watch Walk the Line or the movie by Giant Cat, it make me want to go listen to a bunch of Giant Cat songs. Okay, so I'm super excited about this news. I hope it comes true, and I can't wait for the release date come out. Like hopefully like 2022, 2023, or 2024. The next couple of years. If it does, it'll probably be definitely my top 5 or top 3 anticipated movie of the year. Maybe my most anticipated movie of the year when it comes out. Okay. So thank you for watching, and if you're new to my channel, hit the like button, subscribe, and to roll with this shit. Thank y'all.